What's up, Sumo-lings? Today, I'm gonna be putting some of AppSumo's current tools to the test. You already know I'm Jay from AppSumo, the leading digital marketplace for entrepreneurs, and we put out killer tools to level up your business almost daily. Today's video is all about diving into some of your favorite tools of the moment and finding out for ourselves just how good they really are. So let me know in the comments what AppSumo tool you've been loving lately, and let's take our first tool for a spin. First up, we're going to dive into Text Wizard, the AI copywriting tool that helps you generate marketing copy that converts. So let's dive into the Text Wizard platform and see what it can do. Okay, so here we are on the Text Wizard homepage. Pretty clean, streamlined interface. There's a chat bot in case you need help with anything. And as you can see, we have a little side menu right here that shows us, first of all, our dashboard, and which will have a quick glance at all of our generation tools. If you have the pro accounts, you can have my documents and my recipes. There's also community recipes, which is pretty cool. And then here again are the AI tools. If you're doing social media, it's organized into things like Facebook and Twitter posts, blogging and SEO that has things like blog outlines, headlines, and even short and long form articles. And then if you go into sales, there's an elevator pitch. So there's plenty of different generators that you can use if you are trying to create copy really quickly with Text Wizard. So for instance, just to take this for a spin, if you want to generate short articles, long form articles, you can do that. So basically, all you have to do is write an article brief. So you can just give an overview about which article is about. This article is about the sparkling water industry and the expectations of its growth in 2022. All right, so you write a brief, you probably want it to be longer and have a little bit more information to share, but this works for now. Just to show you, for example, how to do this. There's not much you have to do. You can also continue it in the background if there's other stuff you want to be doing on Text Wizard. So this article is about the expectations of the sparkling water industry in 2022. Key takeaway, the sparkling water market will reach 19.95 billion by 2022. Relevance. So all of a sudden it spit out basically an outline and some sources and some copy that you can then fill in. So there's some really great use cases for this AI, for Text Wizard. I think this is going to be really helpful for people who are crunched for time and don't have the resources to hire a lot of copywriters and people to work on all sorts of different marketing initiatives. So I recommend Text Wizard. Check it out if you're in need for some marketing copy ideas, whether it's short form, long form, or social media copy. Next up, we're gonna take a look at Disctopia. Now this one is pretty cool. It's a podcast and music hosting service that pays you for creating content. There's a bunch of cool features, so let's see what this puppy can do. Here is the Disctopia homepage. As you can see, another really nice UI right here. There is this sidebar, side panel menu, and then there is your homepage, which shows you music. You can browse right off the bat, music, and you can also check out the podcast here. And then of course, the merch shop is right here, which is connected to either your music or your podcast, and you can sell your merchandise directly off Disctopia, which is another really great benefit of it, and they don't take any cut of the profit. So that's very cool. Now, let's say you're adding a podcast to Disctopia that you are going to then enjoy the profits of. You're gonna go to My Library, and you're gonna hit upload. And then you're gonna click on podcast if that's what you're doing. Now, I haven't started any podcasts yet, so there's no new episodes because there's no podcast, but that's where that would live. Or you can even migrate a podcast that you've already been working on over to the Disctopia platform. For now, we can hit new podcasts. Now, this is where you can upload the podcast artwork, you can give it a title, description, all of that stuff, and then you can connect your RSS feed, which of course takes it to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any other places you want your podcast. That's through your RSS feed. So you do all of that, save and continue, and then your podcast is ready to go live on Disctopia. So that's super cool. Now, the other thing you can see once your podcast is launched is you can see some really cool analytics. Most importantly, in this blue box, you can see how much your podcast is making you on Disctopia. So that's cool. And then you can also see how many people are listening to your podcast. You can see all the plays. You can see previews, true plays, how many new listeners you're gaining per episode. There's a lot of great analytics, where your listeners are coming from. And then, of course, the most important part is keeping track of your earnings month over month. which you can see right there again. And this will show you your podcast, music. It will also show you your payouts right here, total earnings, last payout, next payout, payment history, everything like that. So Disctopia really is that simple. Again, a great way to build an audience and a great way to make some money right off the bat if you're getting into the podcasting space. Hopefully this explains the platform a little bit more easily. And if you are thinking about starting a podcast or putting some music up on the internet, check out Disctopia as a way to earn right off the bat. Now, last but not least, we're gonna take CrowdParty for a whirl. Now, CrowdParty is essentially the Netflix of workplace games. Whether you're looking for classic games or something brand spanking new, CrowdParty is gonna set you up for a good time in town halls, breakout rooms, or maybe icebreakers for new teams. Here's some of the stuff you can play: trivia, charades, two truths and a lie, friendly fire, would you rather, and you can build out your own games. So let's check out what CrowdParty is all about and some of the fun we can have with it. So here's the CrowdParty homepage, pretty simple. You can either host a game or join a game. Hosting a game is really simple. You click host a game, and now this is stuff that is already like if it was St. Patrick's Day at your work, for instance, you could do this. They also have classic games, so let's say we want to do a party mix. So this is the most popular games they have. You click on that. How many rounds do you want to do? Let's say you want to do 12 rounds. You want to have as many as 50 players, and you want it to be about 9 minutes. And then here are the different games you can play. You hit play, it loads. Okay, this is the simple part. So you're going to have this homepage up on a Zoom call. Let's say you're in a company town hall and you want to play a quick game to break the ice. You have this up on the Zoom screen of whoever's sharing, and then everybody who is in the meeting can then scan or join with this QR code. So I'm on my phone, I just scan that code, and this will connect me to the CrowdParty app. I can join, type in my name, and then you'll see, boom, I pop up right there, 1 out of 50 players. Hopefully you have more friends than I do, and some people will play with you. Then the game starts, and your phone will act as a remote or a way to interact with the game, and then this screen will continue to act as the place where you play. So I just want to highlight how simple this interface is. This is a really great app if you're trying to have a little bit more fun in the workplace, to break the ice in company meetings. It's super customizable, so I think if you go back out to home and if you go to my rooms, you can create basically your own custom room, and within that room you can create your own trivia. So let's say you're doing company trivia to do an icebreaker at the beginning of a company meeting. You can open up CrowdParty and have basically custom trivia, or make your own custom game through all their options. But it's a really simple interface, easy way to do it, and then you can have that all set up. And this doesn't just have to be for work or some sort of corporate event. The games are really inclusive, so it's great for the workplace, a classroom, if you're playing with new friends or strangers. It's a good way to make friends or break the ice. So if you're looking to add a little bit of fun to your company or your friend circle, definitely check out CrowdParty. It's a great app for classic games and new games, and a good way to interact on a platform such as Zoom, or if you're all video chatting and not in the same room, you can still have fun and play games. So that's CrowdParty for you. Now don't forget that all of these tools can be found on AppSumo.com. Let us know down below what tools you've been using lately and which ones you're loving, and make sure you're subscribed to both of our YouTube channels so you never miss out on any awesome deals or killer content. As always, we'll catch you on the next one.